Everyone ready? Okay, let's go. No threat of rain for the time being, conditions look good. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing. Suggest we box to change it. Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, mate, our best lap so far, 1 minute 10.0. Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing. Suggest we box to change it. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. And gap to the car in front, 3.7 seconds. Caution, caution. Okay, clear. Good job, nice overtake. increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up. The car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Green flag. The car behind started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. Let's make the most of it. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.5 seconds. Okay, clear. Caution, caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, off we go. Back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. This is our true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on. This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road. Okay, copy that. Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens.
second, lads. Welcome to Retro Racing. So, actually, I'll restart the stream. Actually, no, I'll just rename it. Hang on. Right. So, welcome to Retro Racing Q2. We're here for a glorious race. We have a couple of debutants today. There's Gold Chaos doing the Daniel Ricciardo handbraker at the Hugenholz. Meanwhile, we have Sid and Vellum, who was racing a HRL earlier. Yusuf taking pole in his white and black Red Bull. As meanwhile, we have someone else going over the line. I think it is Venom. No, it's not. It's Dang. Is it? Who's the guy going to pits? It's Rekid in the Lotus. So we have 2 Lotuses today, 2 Red Bulls, a BMW, 2 BMWs, Collins, I don't know what car he's in yet, I'll find out later. We have 2 Ferraris and we have 2 Jordan. Oh no, we have a what? Yeah, we have a Jordan and a Brawn, should I say. A Jordan here and then a Brawn here. With wing damage, sadly enough. Here's Exact Max, the Green Army F2 champion. Here's Dan going over the line, setting a 13.3. Here's Yusuf on his in-lap, where's... Oh, and FedEx goes round. The championship leader, the man who recently won his first race in Spa. Going round and round here in Zandvoort at the Sklavat corner. Heading through, weaving his tyres there. Just warming his tyres up for his next run, I guess. And we head through. Just gonna get the championship standings up because now it is hot. It is the hot talking point of retro racing. It always was, but it is more than ever now. With 2 wins. Was that 2 wins for Phoenix? Okay, so Phoenix having 2 wins, and also 3 second places. Yusuf with 1 win behind him. So Phoenix on 59 points. Yusuf, his closest rival, is on 27. So Phoenix has a big gap over Yusuf. Matthew, though, tied with Lewis on 22 points. Then James has the amount of points you get for 2nd place. Then Max has the amount of points you get for 3rd place. Then Sky has 14 points. Torrent has 11, tied with Devon, who has 11. Then comes Big with 10 points to end the top 10. And then we have Giovanni on 9 points. George, what name is that? Oh, Dang, that's his name. Tied with Patrick on 6 points. So the Brawn and the Red Bull tied. And then we have 1, 2, 3 drivers tied for 5 points. That being the Ferrari of Kai, the Mercedes of Hazard, and Egohan. That's also the same with the Jordan, the Lotus, and Jacob tied on 3 points. All ahead of the Brawn of William, or Will.i.am, or whatever name that is. So hot talking points here in the championship. Devon's retiring from the session, thinking that's all he can do here in Q2. All they have to do is be out of the bottom 2, so 10th and 11th respectively. So we head through. That's, yeah. We head through, and after an unfortunate DNF in PRL for myself, I'm here watching these guys do a better job than me. Yeah. So Lauhem won the PRL race. Yeah. So the end of Q2 is Among Us with Dang and God Chaos both on laps. God Chaos going past Dang. The Red Bull though looking to go on the inside of the Brawn. They're practicing their racecraft for later on, treating this as FP2 as they head out of that corner. 200s, no 100 separating Yusuf and Kai. Yeah, well that 13,000 separating the top two and 500 separating the top three. Well, that is hot stuff. So yeah, that's the end of qualifying then for Retro Racing Q2. We'll have a little break and then Q3. What was that song? Also, I have an idea for later on when we do when we like load into the race. I have an idea that I'm gonna do for stream. And also, I heard someone say that something about Paranoia, Black Sabbath, like playing that. I forgot what that was about, but if someone can remind me, that would be great. As Lando saying that he hopes he gets a top 10 or a top 9, that would be nice, especially. I was about to say because there's only 11 cars, but actually there's probably more. Devon saying that he could get his 3rd pole in this race. Let's hope he can transfer that to a win, which he was gonna do in Spa before Chaos descended. As Maguire saying that he's proud that he's P6 and not P13. So yeah, also Synonym Venom getting P8 as well. So, but that's in Q2 though. That order will change. Yeah. So we head into the next session. I'm gonna quickly get Spotify up so that I can do these things very swiftly. These music things very swiftly. So I don't know how I'm gonna set this up. I'll have to chat. Oh, can I pop chat out? I think I can. No, I can't because I forgot how to. What I'll do is got Paddock chat. Right, Discord, Twitch, as we get ready for Q3 here. As the car's going out on track. As Max saying that he's on the mediums for Q2, so that he's got to set us off here for Q3. We have Devon's on the top of Hugenholz corner, letting everyone through. He's beached himself. He might want to reset to track by the pause menu because that will help him get out. Oh no, he doesn't have to. Never mind. While update being on might help as well, but yeah, this is the session that will determine the best part of the grid for this race then. I don't know if there's any grid penalties or anything like that, but if there are, I'll find them out in due course. Let me just get Spotify open before I forget. As asking why did Bro pull over? I don't know. Bro pulled over because he thought he could pull. Anyway, Synonym Venom, the high, I keep saying high speed racing league, the high racing league owner, now looking to own the retro racing grid. The man on his 2nd race here in retro racing in the Lotus, looking to replicate an Emerson Fittipaldi dominant fest here. Heading into Skrvat corner with a purple first sector. Oh, he loses the car a little bit there, or was that just lag? I'm not too sure. But it looked like he lost the car on the exit there, so the number 5 Lotus looking a little bit skittish as he heads through. But yeah, they head down into the stadium section. Purple 2nd sector for Synonym Venom, who heads now down and round the last corner into the banking. He takes it quite tight. He takes the banking quite tight on the entry, then wide on the exit. Now he's in the middle of the pit straight and over the line with a 1:12.6. Decent lap for the benchmark for Sin and M Venom. I think Gold Chaos is the next one up. He is, and he takes pole position right out of Sin and M Venom's lap. 1:12.6 gets beaten by 1:11.6, not by God Chaos, by Rekid, who then gets beaten by Yusuf and GC, who goes a second quicker than that. Qualifying being mental here. And Devon's not taking pole position yet. He's currently P3, but 3 men in the 110s, 2 men in the 111s, and then 2 people now in the 112s as Dan goes over the line, so it's 1:12.3. Now we have Phoenix and DXR, both Ferraris going over the line here. We can see that the first red dot going over that line is Phoenix, who will shoot to P3. The second one is this man, DXR, who is going off his outlap. I am silly with that sometimes, and but we head through them with DXR, the only man not to set a proper time on the board yet. He's going to set his time after everyone else. So, but the track's going to be the most warmed up for him, so that could be good for his race, or for his qualifying on this first set of banker laps as they head through. That's yeah, so DXR heading through. Oh, and he hits his teammate as Max is out of the session. The teammates collide here in Retro Racing, both Ferraris into the side of each other. DXR on his fast lap gets put into the wall by his teammate, and he's now stopped on the side of the track thinking, come on, Forza Ferrari. No, that doesn't mean anything to anyone. Absolute drama here in Retro Racing. Yeah, DXR gets moving again. Absolute chaos, I must say so myself. Trying to organise my thing. Yeah, no, the Ferrari's colliding. That is something unexpected from today. As Phoenix saying he's tried to move off the line. It looks like they were taking different lines to what they were expecting. As Max saying that he's gone too close to the wall and hit it, so he's out of the session now. As GC on provisional pole. I'm trying to sort Discord and Twitch chat and this out at the same time. I'll put Twitch chat. Hang on, Twitch chat can go there. You can go here, and then that can leave me room for Spotify. Right, I'm gonna use Spotify. Oh Lord, why can't I put things at the top? Oh no. Right, I'm gonna make Spotify small. No. Make Spotify smaller. What? In height. There we go. Right, I've turned Spotify into Rich and Hammond. Yeah, it looks like Kai's gonna have to go again then. We're gonna take a look at Rekid, who looks like he's on a good lap. He's heading around the banking. He's probably on an end lap. But no, he's not. The Lotus actually going over the line. Is he setting a better time? Yes, he is, but he's not improving his position. He only improved by a couple hundredths, so it doesn't improve his position. It looks like the car behind that didn't either, but it looks like Sin and Venom's on a lap. There's another white car on a lap. That will be Devon's, who goes over the line to finish an out lap. We have Yusuf, not him. That is Dang, who's also finishing that lap. And yeah, I think the next car to cross the line for an actual lap will be Sin and Venom, who's 8 tenths down on his lap so far, which isn't great. But as we head through into the stadium section, we have Venomir looking to go through, but I think he should be okay to set a good lap. No, he's not. He's actually weaving, and abandoning the lap. I guess he's going to be taking another lap. I reckon he's up for P8 today. I don't know why. I have this feeling that he could improve by 3/10 or 4/10 and get ahead of 2 drivers getting to P8 today. But, we head into here's Yusuf takes pole position by 0.2 of a second over GC. So GC has been thwarted by him, and now Devons goes up into pole by 0.02 of a second. Incredible. And now it looks like there's another Red Bull going to the line. Not too sure that was though. I think that was Dang. Second another lap. Was it Dang? Yeah, it was. It was Dang. Right, now we have, I think Kai's ending an out lap. Yes, he is. The next person to cross line will be Venom on his lap. He abandoned the last lap. Will he abandon this one? Hopefully not. But he heads through. Will he be able to head up to the top of the table? We will find out. He goes out of the banking and over the line. Synonym Venom doesn't improve the time. He stays in 9th. And now he could be in trouble because DXR's on the lap. But meanwhile, Phoenix looking to put GC in trouble. He goes over the line. Doesn't improve his time. Meanwhile, how about God Chaos? He's ending his out lap. We'll check on him later on. Devons ending his kind of cool down heat up lap. As it was, Phoenix out of the session. Phoenix retires, second man to retire from qualifying, along with Exat Max. I think. Oh, I've turned the graphics up. Dan coming to the line. Then he doesn't improve his time either. So I think we're gonna have to look to Kai DXR to find a time. Yeah, we are. He's purple in sector 2. Could Kai, the man who was top of the pile in Retro Le Mans series, that series now in an intermission period, should I say, over the line, he does a 1:10.9, goes up to P5 just behind his Scuderia teammate. Now we have not God Chaos, we have GC go over the line, starting another lap as well. We have Venom pitting, we have Dang coming through. God Chaos is going to be the next one to cross the line, but he's a 10th down his lap. The 45 Brawn looking to make improvements, but is he going to make an improvement? He looked a bit squirmy through that section, through the banking section, as Devons goes off at the stadium section, cutting some grass for the marshals in Zandvoort. We have Dan coming to the line, looking sounding a bit underwhelmed in his car right now. The car's sounding underwhelmed, should I say? As Phoenix saying that he was 4 cents up and then he hit the grass. It's not the best. But Dang heading out of turn 1 and into 2 and 3, and he locks up. He nearly ends up into the Hugenholz wall, which has become synonymous with breaking cars and drivers' hands in the past. Meanwhile, we have someone go over the line. That's GC going over the line. 600s up on his lap so far. Or so never mind. As Rekid 3/10 up on his lap. Where's that going to put him? Over the line. He ends up 4/10 up on his lap and ahead of God Chaos. And he ends up just on the doorstep of being a sub 1 minute 11 time. As just having a look. Nothing in there. Right, I'm gonna get some speakers for what I'm planning later. Hang on. Right, 3 minutes left in this qualifying session then. And we have Yusuf. No, we don't. We have Dang. Dang preparing for another lap. So we're gonna let him be for a minute. Give him some peace and quiet. We're gonna let... I think Rekid's gonna be the next one to cross the line, I think. Unless it's GC. Yeah, it's GC. No, it's not. GC's down. GC's down on his lap so far. Yusuf is going to be the next one to cross the line. And he's over the curb and he's in the wall. Big hit for Yusuf. Onto the banking. He had a proper big. That reminded me of like a car crash from IndyCar or NASCAR or from like the kart series from way back when. Meanwhile, we have GC looking to cast his way to the top of the pile, but is he going to be able to? No, it's a shocking lap. Meanwhile, we have Rekid. No, we don't. We have, who was it? Oh, there was someone else going over the line. Oh, it might have been Dang. I can't tell who that was then. Okay, well, qualifying's over. God Chaos didn't go any higher up the order. And I think we're just waiting on Rekid to go in the pits. And that is your order for the Dutch Grand Prix in retro racing. So Devons takes the pole, but that we're gonna do a little thing like we've done in the past, where we restart the thing. So we do a 3-lap race, which doesn't count to anything. It's just like a thing just to get it out of the way. And because there's some grid penalties and things like that that the admins are gonna sort out. So we're gonna do them, and then we will be back shortly. But yeah, while they're having their moment, actually I'll commentate on their 3-lap first, because their 3-lap is always funny, and by funny I mean not serious at all, but still funny. Oh, I'm driving. Oh, I get to drive. Oh, driving friends. Driving friends. I get to drive. I'm in a little car that I made. It was meant to be a retro racing car, but it's not good. Who has penalties? Me. Yeah, I think so. Devon's taking the pole for the third time. But yeah, here we go for the ridiculous racing Grand Prix of Dutch, Netherlands, Hollandness. Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Oh no! I can just see in my rear view mirror everyone just dying. Look at my frame rate is having an absolute threat. Oh my lord! What on earth happened there?
Okay, you've got front wing damage, but only have a few laps left. If you can live with it, stay out.
Oh no! Fuck! Apologies for swearing. Oh no. It would be fun if we did like a little
Yellow flag.
championship standing thing of. Oh my
That was
lord!
bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're okay.
Oh lord! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That was huge, mate. We have chaos at the back. Who's this going off? GC's having a bit of a frenzy. As a retirer from the session is Collins. So we do have a grid of 16 people, including Tiny Eyes Sebai, who's a rookie, I reckon. We also have Techno. Oh, we have Fenix and is that GC doing some education? It looks like. We have Fenix with a penalty for colliding with GC, who died. We have Yusuf leading, but he's probably going to have to crash soon. Where's he going to crash? Oh, that was huge. Right, now we only have Synonym Venom to Synonym Venoff, the face of the earth. Oh no. It's the way they like glitch about. It makes it look like they've flown through the wall. Oh, it's always. Why is the 3-lap of fun? It speaks for itself, Max. It speaks for itself. Right, that's that then. Oh, I finished P7. Yay. The paddock. What is the paddock saying? Everyone, don't ready up. Don't ready up anymore, otherwise Felix will... Yeah. Felix will give you a nice kiss. That sounds really bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. AJC Heaven, yeah, you would like a kiss and all. Anyway. Oh no, Felix has said, so otherwise me or Felix will tickle you in the armpit. me the armpit, Felix somewhere else. Talk English. The fact that you misspelled it makes that so funny. That is literally an iconic quote. That is an iconic quote. Speak in English. That's just absolute art by itself. GC for his home race. Oh no, Yusuf for his home race. Today. It doesn't show the flags. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't show the driver flags when you have custom cars. Unless it's for when they load into the lobby, which could be another factor, but not too sure. But I'm on spectator now. I have a... Oh, Phoenix. Ah, don't make me. Ah! I shouldn't do that. No. Yeah, Chaos to back, the Chaos to Kabakak, preparing for his home Grand Prix at Canada. That's the track that I just did in PRL, to great success with a lot of sarcasm added. Oh yeah, my thing. I was gonna do my thing. I'll be on, but I might not be as loud. Hang on, I'm gonna put this here. I don't know how well you can hear me, but you'll have to deal with it. So what I'm gonna do. That's not plugged in, is it? Oh no, I think it's plugged. Oh no. Oh what? That's the wrong thing. I'm gonna use these then. Right, hang on. I need to do something. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but I'll better to try it than not, innit? Totally didn't rage quit. Yeah, definitely did not rage quit. What? Oh, no, I didn't rage quit. I just kind of... One, I got bored of driving without a rear wing, with a damaged rear wing. Two, driving with a damaged rear wing was awful. So, but yeah, and also the fact that I had to do retro racing as well. So, the track I took was... The track I took, Wall of Champions Airborne. Oh yeah, that reminds me of when me and Harris and Keen did it in LLR match, and me and Harris both crashed, and I ended up going over the top of his rear wing at Wall of Champions. It's funny as hell. I remember getting the picture of it. It's so funny. Anyway, I need to do something. Alright, oh, it's the wrong one. She's check. No, it's not the right one. It's not the right one. Where's the one I'm looking for? There it is. Right. So, also, during the formation... Actually, yeah, we'll do this now. So, you know how my idea... One of my ideas... Oh, I didn't even have a headset on, so I couldn't even tell that was BC. Lord. Okay. There we go. Big sound, 100 times better. Anyway, what I'm doing, so I have a plan. Listen in, everyone. Right, hang on, I need to tell everyone. So, I'm doing the retro anthem. So instead of doing the Dutch national anthem, no need for that. I'm doing the retro racing, an international anthem. And it's the perfect song. Trust me, it's the perfect song. It's a Japanese song, but hang on. Right. What am I doing? Right. I'm gonna just say I'm just gonna say anthem on stream. Max, don't be scared. Well, know what you're capable of, Max. I would be more scared if you were on it than me. No. Hang on, where is it? Hang on. I need to tell people in the thing. Oh, do you know what? Scroll. I'll just do it for you lot in chat. How many people have got in the stream? I can't even tell. Do you know what? I don't care. Okay. You can all hear. Right. Here is your retro racing anthem. Incoming. I think it's okay. No, up. No, that's not the right one. Right, hang on. Where'd it go? I lost it. Right, this is the anthem for retro racing. Come on. Sorry, that's the wrong anthem. That's the music that displays the chaos of Monaco. One sec, I need to get the right thing. Where is it? Ava. Anyway, sorry, I'm doing conversation. Where is it? There it is. Japanese song by Goro Majima. So it's raining here in Retro Racing, and it's the Dutch Grand Prix. Well, oh, that's the. Why is it playing driven? Yeah, so that is the Retro Racing anthem. Not the first rock song, the actual thing. But yeah, so here's the formation map for today's race, and that is the grid. So Devon's starting in last after taking a third pole in a row in qualifying. Or not in a row. Was it in a row? I can't remember. Who knows? Maxine might die, that's fairly possible. Synonym, Venom and Ducknu both getting disqualified from the formation lap within seconds. Beautiful work, lads. And we head through on the formation lap then. Yusuf in the lead ahead of GC. Then comes the two Ferraris on the second row. Then comes Rekid, God Chaos, Dang. Then Exit Max, who's currently in a big pack away from anyone else. Dang letting a lot of... No, that's Techno. Techno being... I think Dang's letting loads of people through. Not too sure why. But Devons is in that squabble as well. And someone else is as well. Is that Max? Yeah, it is. Max is right in the back of the pack. Not too sure what's going on here, but everyone's split like they're in a World Endurance Championship race. But yeah, absolutely mental. Degradation on tyres apparently going to be mental in this race. But yeah, so we wait for the start of this race, and yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. I think last time I commentated on a Dutch Grand Prix was in Grand Effect Racing League. And oh boy, that was a good one. So, I was gonna say I'd be surprised if this thing can beat it, but actually, I'd be silly to think that this can't beat it, because when we have cars flipping in Monaco, there's gonna be some absolute scenes, I reckon, today. So get ready, get steady, strap in tight for this one, because I reckon you're gonna need to. We line up on the grid then. There's a couple cars who are barely stopped on the grid. Here we go. I'm gonna have music on in the background because why not? I don't know if you can hear it all, but like, hey ho. Here we go. Right. Formation up over. Here we go then, 5 lights on in front of the drivers here in the Dutch Grand Prix, and we are rolling in the Netherlands here in Retro Racing, and it's a pretty decent start. The Ferrari's getting away well down the inside for the Broad of God Chaos. Is going to be a tight one. Is this car doing a wheelie at turn 1? Not too sure what's happened. There's been a big melee at the back as well. There's a spinning Mercedes. One of the red Mercedes are off, and that's Dan getting in a bit of a tango with one of the rookies of TJ and Rekid in the Lotus. 3 wide nearly between all of them. They head through as T-Kid and Dan, also, and Devons and the BMWs both swapping places, as well as Devons having a bit slide. As we have Tiny, oh, there's a car off, oh my lord, there's a huge shot. Techno gets absolutely wrecked off. And it's a virtual safety car. That was an absolute assassination. We also have a Mercedes off of Hexy down just on the exit of Hugenholz, passing the Logan Sargent graveyard. And now the Ferrari swapping places, everyone coming to a halt here. And I think there's even been a bit of a shunt here, nearly. Meanwhile, Yusuf and they shouldn't be swapping places actually. So GC and Yusuf, I think GC just over. So GC got ahead of Yusuf in all that chaos. as Jake Hutt saying hello to his bro Techno, and Techno got absolutely wiped out. Lots of people struggling with Delta as they were all so close to each other. But green, we're away again, full course yellow removed, and Yusuf losing his pole position slot to GC. Meanwhile, Devons goes up to 6th from 15th within a matter of seconds. As now TJ now swapping places with Tiny Sabai, who's... Oh no, Tiny Sabai's gone off. No, Doc Noob has gone off and let Tiny Sabai through. There's a big gap between Tiny Sabai and that lot. Meanwhile, got Chaos getting overtaken by Devons, who's on another charge. As meanwhile, Rekid going off on the gravel. We have TJ getting past We have TJ getting past Rekid and going after Dang. As we now have further back in the field, it looks like there's a battle. There is 3 cars going at it. Synonym Venom getting a bit slippery on the exit there. Whereas now heading through the section there. Kai's gone off. Kai, the Ferrari's gone off. The Retro Le Mans Series champ is off. And now he's struggling with the rest of the cars in this pack. TJ and the other Jordan looking to make a move, but not making it stick. And now there's battling further up the field, not down, up, between the 2 BMWs of Max and Devons, who head down. Meanwhile, we have, who else is battling at the moment? No one at the moment, but there's purple sector 2 for GC. There's a big melee. Dang has gone off. Exit Max is off. Rekid stops. There's a traffic jam here. Look at this chaos. As Max here in a bit of drama, and there's contact between Tiny Ice Sabai and Dang, who's causing carnage. Max in more drama here at Zandvoort. He had drama in Formula Asphalt in Season 2 with Ashley Curtis, and now he's got drama here in Retro Racing. But meanwhile, up ahead of him, Synonym Venom capitalising on this drama. 3 wide into turn 1. Big move by Tiny Ice Sabai, who's gone to play I Spy in the gravel trap. Max goes nearly round. And Dang here. Oh, there's a big shot in the back. Max in the wall, and he's out with Doc Noob. Doc Noob in more trouble. This time it's with the BMW. Max has gone from being in the top 9 to being plumb last of the finish of the running order at the moment. Synonym Venom and Dang running past each other. But everyone very tentative on this track at the moment. It's absolute carnage here in Retro Racing. Doc Noob in the number 20 Renault staying in 12th. Max trying to recover from that big spin, and he's not happy about it, as I can tell in Twitch chat, as people saying the driving's been reckless at the moment, saying he has a fragile ego. I think that's talking about Dan potentially, but head down then into turn 1 for the 4th time. And it's been an absolute mental race so far. Synonym Venom letting Tiny Ice Spy go past him. There's been a shunt. Hexy off with Doc Noob. More trouble, looks like, with the red Mercedes. I don't know if Doc Noob was involved in that or if he was just driving past as a bystander. But heading through. Looked like DXL struggling for understeer at Hugenholz. Looks like they're all struggling for understeer here in the wet here. At the Dutch Grand Prix, we have Max going wide. 10-second penalty for Hexy for speeding the pits. We have nearly, I thought that was going around, that's just going around the corner. But there, oh, and I think Devons just went off into one of the polystyrene boards. So Devons pushing to the limit and finding it. Both the bottom 2, the men in 30th and 40th, both in the pits. So Max and Hexy in the pits after their respective wrecks on lap 3. Further up ahead, we have a battle brewing between Devon and Phoenix. So Fenny up ahead of Devons. Meanwhile, there's a battle here between Sin and Venom into the stadium section. Tiny Ice Spy goes very deep, goes right over the gravel and gets a 10-second penalty to boot. And there's contact. Ice Spy trying to make contact there. Meanwhile, Phoenix gets past Devon into turn 1. Devon's just at the fastest lap though, so Devon is quick, but he's just got to find the racecraft to get past Phoenix in the high of the Ferraris. But they head out of the Hugenholz corner and into the Schwatt corner, which is this long corner here with the banked gravel trap on the side to boot. But we have Synonym Venom trying to stay ahead of not Max, Tiny Icespy, should I say. They head into the Skillevat corner, and there's off there for TJ Plays. He's off at the middle sector section where Devon's hit a polystyrene board earlier. TJ's gone off as well, the rookie. One of many rookies today, making a mistake. Tiny Icespy trying to battle with Synonym Venom, and Synonym Venom sends him to the post office and cuts underneath him. Great move by Synonym Venom here in the Dutch Grand Prix. We have round 4, one of the Renaults, and we have, I think someone just went off. Max is out of the session at turn 1. And is that going to be a safety car? I'm not too sure. There's side by side between Phoenix and Devons. Devons on the outside. It didn't work last lap. Will it work this lap? Yes, it will. What a move. He's tried the Max Verstappen move from this year. But no, he's not able to make the move stick. He nearly did, but he wasn't able to have the grip on the exit of that corner. And he's off. Smack saying that he gives up. That's a shame, because it's a long race. He could have got back into it under safety cars or something. As round 4, Tiny Icespy as well. More turn 1 trouble here on lap 6 of Retro Racing at the Dutch Grand Prix. Phoenix ahead of Devons. The Ferrari man, the leader of the championship, he has things to think about today, whereas some other drivers don't have things to think about. So we head into the stadium section. Purple sector 2 for Phoenix. So he has pace as well, as there's contact between Venom and TJ. Oh no, Rekid and TJ, should I say. Rekid having a collision with TJ. Now Dan goes through on one of them. TJ still ahead. Meanwhile, at the banking, Phoenix gets loose, and to the outside, to the high side of the banking, goes Devons, who now goes into the on-camber turn 1. Not ahead. He's covered off by Fenny. Fenny covers that debt, or that threat, should I say, from Devons. Devons looking to make a move. There's a car off. That's Tiny Icespy in the wall, and it is a safety car. The thing that Max needed earlier has arrived. There is a safety car, and Tiny Icespy has gone off. I think he went off on the inside here. Look, yeah, you can see where the front wing went off. He went straight on, like he did earlier when he battled Synonym Venom. So, safety car out here in the Dutch Grand Prix. And yeah, that's been a mad first stint, I must say so myself. That is an absolute huge moment in this race. Oh, shall I do some karaoke under the safety car? No, because I don't know, it's fun. Not bet. Shall I do the hunger? Go on then. No, I'll do no, 19-2000 by Blur. Oh, there's been swap of positions between Dang and Rekid. These three are very close together, so I don't know if Delta's going to hurt them or not, but yeah, very close together for those three. Here you go, get the cool sunshine, get the cool sunshine, get the cool shoe shine, get the cool shoe shine. So yeah, I guess you can it's been an absolutely mental race so far. But we are in an intervention. We have Devons in the pits. What tyres does he go on? It's a shame I can't see the radar from a spectator's point of view, because otherwise that would help in commentary a lot. But yeah. Anyway. That we chose. So, someone recommend a song to put on during the safety car. We just check chat, because if they haven't recommended one, which they haven't, so I'm going to put one of my ones on. Alright, well, to pass the time, yeah, nice to Baki on Xbox. I'll remember that name. Oh, I'll try to anyway. But yeah, that sounds good. So that'll help my streams out a lot then. If I can get a good background, that'll really help the streams out. That's yeah. Not the sound of madness. That's the sound that Retro Racer would make. With these chaotic races. Devon saying they got a 10-second penalty for no reason. So that's probably speeding on the safety car or something like that. Chill. Have a look. Yeah, what a first 10 laps, I must say so myself. Yeah. Collision with Godcat, so he must have made contact with him somewhere. Because Venom's got the same penalty for colliding with Techno. That was on lap 1. That's very odd. Has he got another one? No, he hasn't. Very strange. But I don't know if the safety car's coming in this time. It doesn't look like it is. No, it isn't. So no, we're going for one more lap behind the safety car, it looks like. Apparently no obvious corner cutting. No. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I'm getting... Is that a message request? No, it's a friend request. Who's that? Who is this? Carlito. Oh yeah, I forgot. back here. So, yeah, I think we're just waiting for Hexy to catch up to the safety car, which seems a little bit impossible at this rate. And we'll, oh, Techno. Okay, cool. Safety car in this lap. Safety car is in this lap, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going back to racing here in Retro. There's a car very far behind the field. There's chaos at the stadium section. There's contact with TJ Plays and Dan. Although I think Dan kind of instigated that. It looks like he was running into TJ Plays, but that's an odd one. So we're waiting for this Jordan to pull away from the field. There's a big gap between the Ferrari of Fenix and everyone else. Side by side between the leaders. And is that away for GC? GC, ooh, that looked a bit naughty. It looked like he went on throttle then off throttle again, which is quite a dangerous thing to be doing. But heading into someone, they're 3 wide further back. What's that? 4 wide! Into someone, there's a big move. Dang! That's gone into turn 1. And dang, that was a dive bomb. Whoa, lovely. Oh, there's chaos. There's cars at the wall. Dark Noob and Synonym Venom crash into the wall. Meanwhile, there's a side by side between TJ Plays and Gold Chaos. Did Rika just go off? Yeah, he did. Devon's just went off. Devon's in the wall after such a good start. He is off. And that's another virtual safety car after all that chaos. So that lasted a long time. It's a small carnage, it looks like. Looks like the leaders are swapping places. The Ferraris nearly colliding again at this middle section. We have Dang here who made that dive bomb of a dive bomb. This is how chaotic the Delta can be sometimes. Oh, there's contact between the leaders. The Delta causing carnage. The leaders kind of in their own class now. And there's contact. They both spin. And they they end up crashing into each other. And oh, don't reach away like that. What are you doing? There's a big shunt. In the middle of the pack, there's more carnage. GC causes chaos. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a red flag. As TJ, Fenix, and Synonym Venom's off as well, and GC's gone from the lead down to 11th, as Duckdoob is out of the session. Duckdoob out. Not too sure what's happened there. It looks like he's just gone off. Yeah, he's gone off at the stadium section. As there's a full safety car again. As Rekid and Dang nearly collide. We have Fenix in the pit. No, Fenix is round with TJ Plays at turn 1. What on earth is happening here in Retro Racing? I don't know. There must be something in the air in this league because, oh my lord. Well, that happened. So we're back onto safety car here in Retro Racing after what can only be described as third degree chaos. I wonder if there will be a red flag, but I'm not too sure. It's oh, what on earth's happening here? They're all stopped at the top of town, at the top of Hugenholz corner, and safety cars stopped over Logan Sargent's graveyard. As we head now, so GC goes from the lead to in the pits after trying to crash Yusuf out of the race for being brake tested through the Delta. Yeah. That's the thing with the Delta in the F1 game. It does cause things like that to happen when it's starting and stopping, because people struggle to get into a flow of it, and then by the time you've got into a flow, your flow is immediately broken by someone else having their flow broken, and it is a messy system. It looks like Fenix is going slow. He's letting a couple people past, but yeah, absolute carnage on that restart. They went green. And even under virtual safety car, they couldn't help themselves but wreck each other. But Yusuf in the lead under the safety car. They've all got to do that whole thing again. But yeah, people saying restart without rain. as Maguire saying he slammed into some yellow guy in the middle of the track. That was probably this guy who was round at turn 1 with Phoenix. But yeah, everyone's still on the intermediate, so the rain isn't clearing away. And that was an absolute pile up and a half. I see GC run into Yusuf, and then I just see Spa 1998 occur all over again. There's more chaos in the pit lane as Phoenix and GC overtake on the pit exit. Phoenix gets overtaken by GC on the exit. And now the 4 people with penalties in the race are now the 4 cars in the last of the running order in the race as well. But TJ leads the people with penalties. Yusuf leads the race overall. There's more. They're still swapping places as Phoenix and TJ's gone right off and has crashed out of the race. So TJ's gone Nami. And now that means GC's going to go back up into the top 10 and lose his teammate in the process. Now Hexy is now up into 9th in the red Mercedes. The red Ferrari of Phoenix is now 8th behind his teammate of Kai, who is pretty much swapped places with his teammate. But TJ leaves the session. This has been absolute carnage today, as it's still showing. No, it wasn't. I thought it still showed the dot of TJ, but it wasn't. It was just me being silly. Yeah, now we gotta wait for everyone to do the safety car again. Get ready for the next safety car, lads, because from what we've seen, it could be quite chaotic here in the Dutch Grand Prix. There's a song that I know of that is kind of describes what it's like to race in retro racing when you come up against a rival. The song's called Fatal Conflict. Oh, it's on an advert. Hang on, I'll play it afterwards. Yeah, there's this song called Fatal Conflict. Actually, do I play that or do I play something else? I might play something else. Walk. There we go. So Walk, it's a very peaceful song that has a lot of relatability to retro racing.
Who I am, where I've been, belong. No, be yourself, by yourself, stay away from me. Sort of time. Splash. What did you say? Penalty for lots of them.
Safety car in this lap then. So here we go again. We have retro racing back underway in moments. We have Yusuf leading the safety car restart this time. Let's see if he does any better than GC did. Can he lead for 4 laps or can he lead for more? He goes now. Yusuf leading Kai over the restart, and we can see in the background people already making moves. We have Venom going for the moves now in the midfield. The man who made his debut only last week now getting involved in the midfield here in Retro Racing. We have and wide for Venom. The Lotus goes wide. We have a spinner and Hexy's in the wall, and Venom's also losing a lot of places as well into Hugenholz. He's now down in, he's gone from 5th to 8th in a matter of corners. And now GC's back up into 7th. We have Dang trying to make up places. They all file their way through this section of corners. No news on the red flag yet. That's still not being used. As we can see as they still race on, as Devon's going for the inside of the middle sector S section. Botch 9 and Botch 10. Through Botch 10 now. And on the exit there, and off wide for Devons, who goes from 4th down to 5th, 6th, 7th. And he loses 3 places by just going off a little bit there. And now wide there for one of the Lotus cars. That's Rekid, who's gone right off wide. And now he's held up his own teammate. And the Lotus teammates smashing into each other there. So I think we're going to hear something like we heard back in the Indian Grand Prix, back with Kimi Raikkonen, when he was told to get out the way. As meanwhile, up the top of the way, we have GC and Dang. GC and Dang going through turn 1. GC ahead of one of the Red Bulls. That's probably going to be the easiest Red Bull overtake he's going to make today, as after his little feud with Yusuf, it could be a bit more difficult later on in this race. But we'll see if I'm right or not later on. We have the BMW just behind the Red Bull, who has GC just up ahead of him, then God Chaos in the Brawn. Lots of grip for GC on the inside of God Chaos and gets the move done. Back up to the podium. GC on a charge, but he's going to be thwarted a little bit by the Brawn looking for a move on the inside at Botch 9. He's looking for the outside of Botch 10, but is it going to work? Not at the moment. As we head into the stadium section, GC on the exit, staying ahead of the Brawn. Then comes the Red Bull, so the 2009 Constructors Champion just ahead of this battle between the BMW and the Red Bull. The BMW gets ahead, so Devons, who used to drive Brawn, now getting ahead of the car that he battled in Imola. But it's not Yusuf in the car, it's Dang, but it's still one. Devons passes his former car, or does he? Because it's now God Chaos is on the outside and nearly making contact. 2 men who have driven for Brawn before battling. One used to drive for Brawn, one's driving for Brawn as we speak. As now we have Devons looking to make a move on the Brawn. Also, the Lotuses are getting very close together as well, so we'll keep an eye on them while we can. But heading through the Sklevat corner, and there's contact between God Chaos and Devons. That could be front wing damage. He's got a bit of front wing damage, but I don't think that was from the collision though. But he's gone for a move down the inside. He's slipping around everywhere trying to find grip, but it's not going to work. The Lotuses battling is wide for Rekid. Means Sin and M Venom dives to the inside of Botch 10 and gets it done on his Lotus teammate. Dan going for a move on Devons. Devons having a bit of a slide, but nothing made of it. The Lotus car still battling. A big move by Synonym, by Rekid, shall I say, to get ahead of Synonym Venom, but he goes to the runoff and concedes the position to his teammate. Meanwhile, 2 people who would have been teammates if Devon didn't leave Brawn. He's now going to try and pass the man who replaced him at Brawn down the inside. Devons gets ahead of God Chaos, and it's a good move by God Chaos. Fenny has disconnected, reliability issues for... Oh, he's already out of the race, never mind. I didn't even see him DNF, to be honest. Or if I did, I can't remember, but anyway. We still have these battles brewing up and down the field. We have the Brawn, who just lost a position to Devons, now under threat from the Red Bull behind him as well. Also we have... Oh, there's a big slide between these 2. Meanwhile, we have Kai getting swallowed up by GC. Kai, the Retro Le Mans Series man, now really deep at botch 10, letting GC go, and now the battle commences. The last easy overtake that GC's had to make just happened. Purple Sector 2, GC back to catch up to the man who has no love lost between these top two. As meanwhile we have God Chaos and Dang heading through the final botch before the final banking. Botch being the Dutch word for turn. We head into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. Into Tarzan, no move made by Dang. Meanwhile, the Lotus is battling, nearly contact between Venom and Rekid. Rekid getting squirmy, hits his teammate up the rear, and Rekid going mental with his Lotus teammate. Rule number 1 in Formula 1, don't hit your teammate. But Rekid breaking that one, he could be fired in the morning, who knows. And wide there for Sin and Venom. That hit could have maybe damaged his diffuser, depending on what damage we have. I think we have simulation damage. I won't have a look yet, because I reckon something will happen. Something is going to happen. Down the inside for Dang on God Chaos. The Brawn vs Red Bull rivalry still remains. It remained in 2009. It remained here in Retro Racing in previous rounds, and it's remaining right now between Dang and God Chaos. Although that's not the most heated battle at the moment. That title belongs to these two up front, who are set up to have an incredible battle later on in this race. But it looks like everything's settling down. Lap 21 of 72 here. Really shaping up this championship season. As into the pits. Oh no, is that Kai in the pits? No, it's not. He's just let Devons through. Interesting. Looks like DXR struggling then. But meanwhile, we'll have a look at the constructors' standings. We have Ferrari on 59 points, currently ahead of Jordan. No, not 59 points. 49 points ahead of the Red Bull and Jordan teams, who are both on 33. So the Red Bulls fighting for the constructors' championship with Ferrari. And Jordan, and 1 point ahead of Benetton, who are on 32 points. McLaren have salvaged their season and gone up to 20 points. Lotus are currently the second lowest team, only ahead of the safety car team, who qualified for the British and was it Monacan Grand Prix as well? It was Monaco, but Mercedes and Brawn as well, still battling for P8 in the standings, and Renault and BMW tied on points today, so they're battling with McLaren for 5th in the championship as well. So Max going out has really hurt their battle. The Renault of it was Duckney, wasn't it, who went out as well. That's hurt him in his battle. There's no McLarens today, it looks like, so it looks like it's going to be clean slate on the board. DXR in the pits, struggling with those worn inters, putting on a fresh set for later on. God Chaos trying to stay with Dang, but he's lost the car, and there's a safety car. Safety car, not too sure why. Why is there a safety car? Is it? No, it's not for these two. That's a very odd one. But yeah, people not happy with Rekid. People saying Rekid did Orlando. Rekid doing a multi-21. Yeah, so Sin and Venom passing the safety car without a front wing. That's why we have a safety car. Sin and Venom's lost a wing. I don't know if it was at the expense of thingy. Right, well, we're back under safety car. It's been 23 laps. We've had 3 safety cars and 2 virtual safety cars. Yusuf in the pits. We're going to have a restart with GC and Yusuf, which, given how last time went, where one of them tried to wreck the other one under virtual safety car, and then ended up causing a huge pile up when the race went green again. I'm excited for this one. So, but it looks like they won't be leading it because Devons has stayed out. So has God Chaos. So that means GC and Yusuf are going to be battling in the midfield, and that's going to be a spectacle to watch. All the pit stops being made here. Dang being overtaken by DXR. DXR is actually going to get a better track position from when he pitted. So actually, this safety car isn't going to hurt him as much as he claims. So obviously his tyres are going to be a little bit more, but he's gained the track position back now. So he's lost a little bit, but not too much, I must say. But yeah, 9 cars left in this race. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go to the lavatory. I'll be back. I'll give you. Before I go, I'll give you some little song to listen to, because I feel in a karaoke musically mood. That'll work. Which song do I do? I'll do the Genesis. Oh no, I'll do Hans Zimmer. green. We're green. I just realised. God Chaos and Yusuf are battling up farther up in the pack. We have Dan and DXR battling further down the pack. And we have, what else is happening now? Nothing much really with the leaders getting quite close and personal to each other as well, so that could be fun. Yeah, it's been quite the Nicky Lauda, James Hunt battle so far between everyone here, to be honest. As meanwhile, there's battling further down the pack between GC and Rekid. Rekid, the Lotus, up in 4th, going for it. But I've been asked to shout out a beautiful person, a beautiful little Pookie, known as Hans Zimmer, for writing Lost But One. Who's that taller guy in my DMs? Anyway, we have Yusuf and Devon still battling. We have, they look like they're going to swap positions here. The BMW versus the Red Bull into turn 1. We have GC and God Chaos also battling. We have nearly 3 wide further back, but we have the leaders scrapping at turn 1. Yusuf, and there's a yellow flag. What's happened there? I think someone's going slowly. It is Rekid going slowly. The leaders nearly collide at turn 2 into Hugenholz. Nothing being made of it, but just coming out of the Hertz corner into Hugenholz for DXR and Dang. Meanwhile, up into Shklavat corner for Yusuf and Devons. Barely a tenth separates them. And they're scrapping it out. Going for it. As now to the inside for Yusuf. Yusuf takes the lead. No, he doesn't. They collide. And Devons in the BMW goes nearly round. Loses a lot of time, and he now has GC to think about. GC, who's already been a victim of Yusuf and his aggressive driving style, now looking to pounce at Devon. But Devon looking to power up on Cornish pasties again, and blast after Yusuf. Well, we have the other Red Bull of Dang trying to hold off DXR, the sole remaining Ferrari in this race. As we head through the banking. Just need the DM from Dolan. Anyway, GC and Devons, looks like they're gonna both go at it. We have battling with DXR and Dang battling for 5th. What's happening here? We have GC and Devons battling side by side. GC goes past at Hugenholz. Great move by the Jordan on the BMW. Meanwhile, heading into Shklavat corner with Dang and God Chaos and Kai DXR. Yeah, it's settling down now, finally, here in Retro Racing. We have 3 cars very close to each other. We have the Red Bull, we have the Brawn, and the Ferrari. The Ferrari at the back. We have the Red Bull going for the move, but not getting ahead of the white and fluorescent yellow Brawn car. The Red Bull trying to keep the car behind, but DXR looking to try and get ahead, but not doing so. But they head into the final botch, the banking, and over the line. DXR leads Dang onto lap 30. He goes up into 5th place. As meanwhile we have God Chaos in P4, below the podium but ahead of these two going at it. We have Devon struggling with that wing damage and probably worn tyres to boot. We have GC on what seems to be fresher tyres. I'll get the tyre graphic up because that'll help. There we go, yeah, so these two on the same amount of tyres, 22 and 29 lap old tyres for these two. So the Brawn here, no wonder he's being hounded by DXR and Dang. They're both on really fresh tyres. There's contact between the Red Bull and the Brawn. The Brawn being hounded by the Red Bull, and the Red Bull goes through. They're 3 wide into botch 10. And nearly contact between the pair of them as DXR and God Chaos battling here on lap 30. And into the stadium section. So the Brawn's been overtaken by one Red Bull. He's been overtaken by both Red Bulls, but he's still ahead of the Ferrari. He will finish ahead of Phoenix in the Ferrari, but will he finish ahead of DXR? He's got loose on the exit though, so he's going to come around the banking, the final botch. Not go into the pit still, but he's covering the inside and he's trying to defend as Devon's in the pits, getting off those worn intermediates. Maybe God Chaos should have done the same thing. Meanwhile, he's having contact with the Ferrari, putting the Ferrari on the curb, and nearly contact between the pair of them. The Brawn shoving the Ferrari into the next state of Amsterdam, and Kai at Hugenholz gets sent to the inside of the bowl. Meanwhile, we have up in front, we have Yusuf ahead of GC. We have Rekid 11 seconds away from Hexy in the red Mercedes. We have Devon's Kai, and God Chaos spins and nearly takes DXR with him. That's the last sign that he needs to say that he needs to pit. He definitely needs to go into the pits because those tyres are within punch territory, I reckon now. Doing 30 laps on intermediates, that's definitely puncture territory. Devon's on the other end of the scale, trying to get into a rhythm with his new intermediate tyres. They've all kind of separated, and just managing their own races here as well. Lap 32 of 72, 40 laps to go into turn 1, Tarzan corner with Kai. We have Dang, 2 Red Bulls in the top 3. We have God Chaos finally does pit. But yeah, I don't think he should retire yet, but I think put yourself on some new inters and start pushing like Devon's doing, and you might be able to gain some places by the end. Stay ahead of at least Hexy and Rekid as well. Hexy's actually closing up to God Chaos, but God Chaos is actually going to come out ahead. GC in a Red Bull sandwich, but not getting any wings, so that's probably going to be the saddest thing he's had all day. As Torlin tempting me with some of his luxury chocolate, as Max watching some F1 while he's watching the rest of the race, while he's out of this race at the moment. He was the second person to retire. As we head down, there's a Duck Noob on currently doing Forza while he's retired from the race. But if there's less than 5 people, we would do a restart. So if we had 6th, 7th and 8th retire, that would mean a red flag. Devon setting the fastest lap of the race, so he is on a charge on those new intermediates as we head through this run into Skvat corner. But Dang here, kind of living his own life. The closest battle on track is actually currently between Hex with a damaged wing and Rekid, who are both 2.6 away from each other. Second closest battle is the battle for the lead between GC and Yusuf. Yusuf trying to stay ahead of the Jordan, running wide on the curb. That could have been a race ender. That curb is known for being absolutely ruthless with its drivers. Actually, I reckon Rekid's going to get a move done here, as Hexy looks like he's struggling with that damaged wing and older tyres than Rekid. And he's round! Round goes Hexy. And he's struggled there. He's struggling on old tyres and a broken front wing. That's, yeah, meanwhile, after that overtakes me, I'm going to do an interview with my sister. So, Ava, how's the race gone so far?
It's been doing good, and I think all of them are doing really well.
Yeah, who do you think's gonna be the winner? Do you think Yusuf and the Red Bulls are gonna win, or do you think GC will come through and win?
I think what's his name? Mubin
That's MBUs. That's Yusuf.
users.
So you think Yusuf is gonna win it? Okay. So who do you think's gonna win the championship? Currently, he's winning the championship, but he's got a couple people hounding him, including him and some other people that. And where is Devons? There he is. So there's a couple people who could win the championship this season. Who do you think's gonna win it?
I think here comes as the championship. I think it's Mubin
It's Yusuf. Yeah. Interesting. As Rekid goes for the dry tyres, so he pit onto hard tyres. He's catching up to the struggling Hexy. As we have, well, we head into the middle sector section, battling between the dry tyred Rekid and there's contact between the pair of them. Hexy gets a heckle by Rekid. Yusuf catching up to these two, ready to lap them, as well as GC. I don't think it's quite dry tyre weather yet, but Rekid looks like he's keeping the car on the track, but he is still going to struggle with it. Not struggling as much as Hexy is though, with that half wing that he's carrying at the moment. As there we go. We head through. We have Hex currently going through the final botch. Final turn, as we say here in UK. So it's been quite a good race so far, but yeah, Hexy gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm going to take the tyre thing off now. As Devon's going up 10 places after his grid start. But there's Yusuf currently trying to hold off. That gap's come right down. GC really catching up to Yusuf. Yusuf, he doesn't have any damage of any sort on the visual side, but he is just kind of conserving. Whereas I reckon GC's pushing flat out to catch up to Yusuf here. Duck Noob joining the session to watch along. As any radio messages in chat? That's the one Ags saying that he shouldn't have driven barefoot. Torrent wanted picks, but yeah. Anyway, we head into the stadium section, and we head with GC and Yusuf. That gap is coming right down between the pair of them, as Duck Noob saying that he doesn't like Forza anymore, so he's just joined the session. They head into turn 1 then. GC, he's lost a bit of time at that last sector, but they head, and someone, Devons, is also catching up, and he set the fastest lap again. He's currently catching up to DXR, the man who mastered the rain in Spa before that unfortunate DNF due to GC cutting half the track and murdering people. But meanwhile, DXR trying to hold off the closing Devons closing in on DXR. He's only a tenth away from his fastest lap so far. They head through. Yeah, it's all settled down now. Close battle on track now. Under a second for Devons and DXR. The first time someone's been under a second for someone in quite a while. So this is going to be something to keep an eye on. The red Ferrari versus the white BMW of Devons. Devons, who has taken the most poles in this season. I'm pretty sure of it. But he's never been able to transfer any of those poles to a win. Today he's looking to change that though, so. Yeah, this is contact. DXR and Devons swap places. Devons gets ahead of the Ferrari up into the top 4. DXR trying to hang with him, but he is struggling with that car at the moment. There's a car off, 3 kids off in the middle sector section. That will be distracting for Yusuf and for GC in terms of visual and audio as well. By your side, tender is the touch of someone that you love too much. Tender is the thing. Feeman's gone away. Lord, I need to find someone who can help my mind. Come on, come on, come on. Get through. And I think did God Chaos just go off? No, he looked like it went off. He didn't. Come on, come on. As Ava's back for another interview. So, what's the nicest looking car on the grid today?
Nicest looking car. I think it's the Red Bull. I like the
Red Bull. Which one? Do you like this one, or do you like this one?
I like that one.
Well, this white and red one.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's sick, bro.
Yeah, it looks like a McLaren from like the early 2000s, and
So then,
getting loose there.
so there's like 15 people playing.
There was 15 people, but these guys from 9th lower have all crashed and died.
Oh, so there's MBUs.
Yeah, Yusuf is leading at the moment. GC.
GC4GL.
Yeah.
Dang 799.
No. It's GC4 Gal. You know what I mean? Proper East London accent. You know what I mean? As
D3 DB.
yeah, Devons.
DB DBE.
DVD. We have DXR, CS.
Dirkser.
Dirkser, yeah.
Queso?
Lordy Lord. But DRS enabled, so that could mean that Rekid on those dry tyres might be able to capitalise.
Kid.
Kid, yeah.
You sound like a little girl.
Damage voice in that.
Like, I am a little girl.
Yeah. As off. DXR's out. DXR has crashed. Oh no, he's in the pit lane. He's retired.
Yeah, oh, you mean that
So we're down
DVD?
to 7. We're down to 7 people. So if two more people retire, that could mean we do a red flag restart. Meanwhile, Dang is being hounded by Devon. Devon's here.
Oh, you mean
Devon's and Dang going at it.
T.
Dang tried to defend. Dang currently holds the 1-3 for Red Bull. Will it be a 1-4? Devons will hope to make it that. It's heading through. I think there's a car off. Hexy's off. Yes, he is. Hexy off. Oh no, it's not Hexy. It's the other car retiring. DXR. I think Devons went a little bit slippery there. It's not working. Yeah. DXR apologising when he already doesn't need to. He had a decent race there. He's going to end up in P8 unless we do a restart and he joins him. And to be fair, if 2 people do DNF, it would be a restart, and I reckon people who have DNF'd earlier would be able to rejoin. As there's contact between Dang and Devons into Tarzan corner, but on the outside, Dang trying to everything in the book and outside the book to help, but Devons giving him a rough time at the moment. Is Dang going wide? Every door that Dang opens, Devons is in it and trying to get through it, but he's not quite getting through it at the moment. They go into Shklavat corner, which is right now bit of contact with the Red Bull and the BMW. They head through into botch 8, which is this little flick here, and then into botch 9 and 10, the S section. And down the inside of botch 10 goes Devons, the long apex, helping the car in third. the Red Bull up in front. So the Red Bull helped by the outside as he gets to ride around the outside there. But Devons on lap 41 of 72 trying to get ahead of the Red Bull of Dang. Dang not making anything of it though. Dang going a little bit squirmish. That's going to give Devons a good chance. Or is this? Devon goes off and into the wall. That nearly took his wheel off there. But Devons keeps the car straight on, but he has heavy damage now. I'm surprised he didn't pit. But if everyone's going to dry soon, I know DRS is enabled, but the rain is still going. So I'm surprised. But yeah, if Raykid can put some laps in, I reckon he can maybe gain on Gold Chaos during the wet to dry pit window. Heading through, we have GC and Yusuf battling. We have Devons and Dango just finished battling, and looks like they're about to start it up again. So they're both separated between a second of each other, respectively. We have Raykid and Hexy battling. Okay, as we head through, Raykid heading through. As Maguire saying that his radio is broken, that's a shame. As what's going on here? Yeah, nothing really happening. We have 2 tenths separating GC. No, it's not. That was a lie. Yeah, so pitting onto another set of intermediates for Yusuf. So GC leads ahead of Dang. Devon pits as well, and goes to intermediates as well. So into the pits, Yusuf Devons changes his wing and gets ahead. We head into
The Jet 2 holiday.
but anyway, we have Yusuf. Oh, there's a yellow flag. There's Hexy off at the Hugenholz corner. He's struggling to get out of that grass trap. Grass trap, should I say. He is out of the mud though. He's now carrying on very slowly, has to be said. Has he got an issue with fuel? He's got a big issue, whatever it is. Anyway, we have 7 cars left in this race. 2 cars. If 2 cars go out, we would restart, I think. From what I've heard from the Pookie himself, Tolan. As everyone getting hard now? No. Lots of people going into this. Hexy in the wall. 6 people left in the race. It's a virtual safety car. That would help Devons out. Devons though on inters, so no, people are still pitting onto inters even though DRS has been enabled. It's still not dry enough for the hard yet, apart from Raykid obviously, who's currently in last, 51 seconds away from anything. As God Chaos pits, let's see what tyres he goes on. Migrating Host, someone, I think, yeah, Tiny Eye Spied has left the session. Into the pits though. And it is the intermediate tyre that goes onto God Chaos car. So everyone apart from Raykid is still on intermediates. I think we're 1 car away from a restart, if I'm not mistaken. Please update me on that one. But people saying that it's dry enough for dry tyres, but the drivers on track apart from Raykid aren't believing him. Devon's on Delta issues. We head through Techno has left the session. He was the first car to retire from this race after that huge shunt at Slovak corner. Felix saying it's unfortunate. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but it could be a very unfortunate restart for some. It's out of the pits here for GC. The leader pits onto intermediates. GC, not Dang. It is now in the pits. That means Yusuf comes out of the pits. Like he comes around turn 1 just behind GC. These two are going to be on a restart, so keep an eye out for that. Meanwhile, Dang heads through. Meanwhile, Devons as well, trying to rein in Dang. That's not working for the pair of them. Why does it say virtual safety car when it's clearly a full safety car? This game. Anyway, so it's a full safety car. We have GC and Yusuf on the lead to restart again, which could lead to a huge drama like we saw in the virtual safety car restart from earlier on, when GC tried to intent wreck Yusuf and then ended up spinning, causing a shunt for DXR and for half the grid behind him. Yeah, well, we're under safety car again, so I'll put you on to Catalyst by Linkin Park. Yusuf pits, and he's still put on to intermediates. We're still on the safety car, and we're waiting for Rekid and Yusuf to catch up. those wondering, yes, this is the Project Cars menu music. Looks like Red Bull have a strategic error, as it looks like Yusuf wasn't meant to pit. So although it's accidental, it does mean he is on the freshest rubber, so that will help him on the restart. Going back to green, we have Dang in second. He's already going for it at the safety car. Two of the most aggressive drivers on the grid today going for it. There's a 10-second penalty for Dang for a collision with GC. They're side by side under the restart, but they go. No, they don't. They're still going. There we go. So back up to full speed, and now Devons goes back past Dang. No, he doesn't. He has to let him through again. Now they're free wide, and Chaos is put in the wall. God, Chaos is put in the wall, and off into the gravel. There's Chaos as Devons into the wall with Dang. Devons and Dang doing a dingo and dongle at the exit of the Tarzan corner. Now Yusuf is right with GC after passing Rekid and God Chaos in all that chaos. So both Red Bulls swapping places at the restart after all of that malarkey. Now GC's got to watch out because his main rival's behind him. These two have got some love lost between each other from earlier on. Now they're at it again. 0.6 of a second separating them. 6 tenths of a second was separating Rekid from God Chaos. That's now completely gone as the man on hards struggles in damp conditions. The white and red and black Red Bull car, the Red Bull Yusuf edition, going at us. Meanwhile, there's side by side between Devon and Rekid. Rekid goes off in the gravel. Not the best day for Rekid, but he heads through. So now we have DRS enabled again. You have Dang in the pits. What's Dang pitting for? Dang pit. So Dang's on intermediates. What tyres is he? Oh no, he's just driving through the pit lane. He's had a drive-through penalty. I forgot about that. So Dang had a drive-through penalty. I knew that was something I forgot. Anyway, heading through into Shklavat corner. Fastest sector 1 of anyone for Yusuf. That's only going to add to the pressure for Yusuf. Oh no, for Yusuf, for GC should I say. But it's gonna be a huge battle between these two. Lap 50 of 72. 22 laps to go to sort out who wins this one. Will it be Yusuf, will it be GC, or will it be someone else? It's fastest sector 2 for Yusuf. So the track is improving in terms of conditions, but also Yusuf's pace really ramping up as well. So GC's got to watch out because he's got an absolutely ragged Yusuf ready to pounce on him. 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth. It's now nothing between the pair of them. Yusuf takes the fastest lap and is now the fastest man on track as the leader. But the Jordan looking to come back at the Red Bull. These two teams are tied on points in the championship standings in constructors, and there's been a bump pass there, or at least an attempt at a bump pass by GC. Comes to nothing, and now they're separated by half a second. Is there wing damage? No, there isn't. So GC still behind Yusuf. Yusuf still ahead of GC. Giovanni, who was battling with Yusuf and Phoenix in Monaco, and got chaos in Monaco as well, in the Nouvelle Chicane. I actually have a clip of that on the YouTube. But now they're heading into the next corners. There's yellow flags. Car off. That is Dang around. Remember, they have to be careful because otherwise it could be a red flag if they go to 5 people left in the race. But looks like they're keeping it safe for now. GC though, it looks like he's gonna have DRS, and even though it's coming down a little bit, the rain isn't enough to stop DRS from happening. Fastest sector 3 of anyone for GC, and he's gone. Oh, he went deep on the brakes there, but he couldn't find a way past Yusuf. But as they head through the Hertz corner and into the Hugenholz, they're going deep and again into the back of Yusuf, with 20 laps to go for GC. So here on lap 52. Lap 52 was the final lap of the British Grand Prix, but is well, it isn't the last lap of the Dutch Grand Prix. I was going to try and make a thing where it was like the 20th last lap, but that would be incoherent to anyone. Anyway, we head into next corner. There's been an off called Chaos off, so this corner catching up another driver. Catching off another driver. Meanwhile, catching up to the back of Yusuf is the Jordan of GC, again nearly into the back, but Yusuf losing the car under his own power this time. But just around 3/10 separating the pair of them. Now DRS opens for GC, and will Yusuf be able to hold off this attack to the inside? And to the lead for GC into Tarzan Bend, unless Yusuf can hold it on the outside, which he doesn't choose to do. He tries to switch back on the 98 Jordan, but that doesn't work. Heading into Hertz corner, then into Hugenholz, which is this bowl-like corner. As they roll around that corner like peas in a fruit bowl, they head into the Schlavat corner. On the outside of Schlavat corner goes Yusuf. We've seen him make mad moves on the outside of corners like Portier before, but he doesn't make the move here at Schlavat. Obviously, Portier is about just having being at the right place at the right time. Schlavat corner is about having commitment under momentum on the outside, which Yusuf obviously isn't able to have. Not a lot of people would have, to be honest, in these cars. They'd have to have a lot of downforce. They head into the stadium section. On the inside of the Verstappen grandstands, the Orange Army. As we have Yusuf, GC heading round and half a second separating them. What's the straight line speed for these two though? Because I think there's more straight line speed on Yusuf's car than there is on GC's car. Because as you can see, flying past is Yusuf, but going deep, leaving a gap. I just burped. Wow. GC on the inside of the Hertz corner, looking for a move, having to back out of it. Into the Hugenholz. He has a look on the inside, gets his front wing alongside his rear tyre, and then backs out of it. Ricard back in the pits. That hard tyre gamble looks like it hasn't worked. And he's putting onto mediums now. See if that'll help. Not too sure if it will. No one else on intermediates. No. So through wide for Yusuf. Yusuf gives up the lead by going wide on Botche. That's a shame for him. There was a change for position. That was Dang overtaking Ricard in the pits. But Yusuf now has it all to do as he has to recatch GC after going wide at the Botch 8 corner. Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, dang right. We head through the final two botches, final two corners. And we head into Tarzan Bend again, and that's straight line speed for Yusuf. Just absolute nothing GC can do to defend from the Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings, more like Red Bull gives you the straight line speed from a 2015 Williams. As we head into Hugenholz and nearly into the back of Yusuf goes GC, but nothing comes of it. They head into the back corner. They were side by side here barely 2 laps ago. Well, we're here on lap 55 of 72. 6 cars in the race. I reckon if we do get one more DNF, there might be a red flag depending on what Torlent says. I've been DM'd by Torlent actually. Do I read out what he says or not? Let me just see. Anyway, we have Yusuf and GC still battling. As oh yes, I do, Torlent. I definitely want to oh god. okay. That's no, mate. Wait. Okay. Okay. Anyway, side by side between GC and Yusuf, and they headed to Tarzan Bend. And deep for GC. He's opened the door for Yusuf on the 98. Jordan though doesn't let the Red Bull have another look into Hugenholz. No, nothing made of it. GC covers the inside, and these two demonstrating good racecraft. As Torlent telling me that he's on Tinder and he's found a date. Someone swiped right on him. Turns out the person who swiped right on him was Phoenix, but we head into botch 9 and botch 10. And down the straight into the stadium section, so into the stadium gates corner, then round the stadium and up and out of the stadium into the final 2 botches. Translate that from Dutch, you get the final 2 corners. How have so many DNF'd? Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyway, Yusuf in the leads ahead of GC. Rekid's still in the race. He was on dry tyres. He is still on dry tyres. He's in the race somehow though. He's persistent. I've just said about Rekid surviving on the dry tyres somehow, and the song that comes on is Imagine by John Lennon. That's great. Anyway. Fig having some beef with GC. As down the inside goes GC on... Oh no. Not GC. Fig having some beef with Rekid. Not... but yeah. Anyway. Anyway. GC into the stadium section with Yusuf. Nothing really changing. A little bit of touching on the diffuser there. But... they head into the final 2 botches round the banking, and is a move made by GC. The DRS helping him out a lot on this one. Contact nearly between the pair of them. That would have been red if it was on a Forza Motorsport radar, but GC gets the lead back here on lap 58, getting the move done. He's still got long to go in this race, but it looks very promising for these two. To be fair, I think everyone killed each other in Monaco. But we head into the next corner. We have contact between the leaders. GC gets a little knock there off of the back of Yusuf, and Yusuf goes wide. It's all coming undone for Yusuf. Now he's got Devons sneaking into play. So a 3-way battle for the lead looks like it's forming between GC, Yusuf and Devons here. We'll keep on board with Devons for a bit. Well, this looks to be very nice indeed. Why am I replying to that? We head into the final two botches. As we have a tag in the Retro Le Mans Series chat. We check that out. Yes, there is a new season of the Retro Le Mans Series tomorrow with LMDH and GT3s on Forza Motorsport. So keep an eye on that one in the coming days. I think it's Le Mans, isn't it? It's the Le Mans 1 hour. We checked my calendar actually. Nothing changing in the race. 1.1 seconds separating Yusuf from the lead. Where's the calendar here? It's here somewhere, I just need to find it. There it is. The calendar is... That's not it, it's... Where did I find it? I can't remember. Was what smooth? I don't know what was smooth. Smooth. What was smooth? Did I say smooth? I can't remember. Ignore me. Anyway, what are we doing? Retro Le Mans Series, calendar or thingy. This is a safety car, and Dang is out of the race. Now what happens? There are 5 cars left in the race. We said if we did 5 cars left in the race, there would be a restart. Does that still count now? Or do we just go to the end? We got 12 laps left. Do we do a quick restart, get a couple more drivers in and go for it? Or do we let them be? I'll check what they're saying in a minute. That could be a race-defining crash. Did I use your intro? I don't think I didn't, did I? That is a shame. I should have, but I couldn't figure. I can't figure out how to do intros and things like that on Xbox streaming. So I kind of just didn't go to the end. It looks like we could be going to the end, but I'm not too sure. What's the calendar for the... So we're in a safety car. But yeah. Well, that's pretty much it then, I think. Well, it's not yet, but it's close to being it. Right. Just a song that will help you get through this race. It has something. It suggests something to you that will help you maintain consciousness. Music is Project Cars menu music. We're green here in the Dutch Grand Prix again, with 5 cars left in the race. As we can see, don't ignore the fact that it's a safety car. That's a lie, as off wide for God Chaos. The Brawn wide, and that is not what you want to be seeing. As they head through, Devons trying to catch up to Yusuf on this safety car. And is he going to be able to make the move stick on the Red Bull drivers? BMW versus Red Bull. BMW fighting against Mercedes in the championship. Red Bull fighting against Jordan and Ferrari in the championship. As Ricard leaves the session, he's disconnected. The man who's in the Lotus has disconnected. What the hell was that? Anyway, we head through. Devons and Yusuf still going for it. And they make contact, heading through the last 2 botches. But nothing made of it yet by Devons. Devons sets the fastest lap. He doesn't set his way to the lead though. He's still trying to figure out that plan. He's going to have a look on the inside of the Hertz corner, but no, nothing made of it. Heading into the Hugenholz corner. He's now driving up the exit through the little slalom into Sklevat corner, turn 7. Out the pits comes Ricard. He's on another set of medium tyres. Devons. It looked like there was a bit of a loose moment there for. There is loose moment there for GC, struggling with Greg. Meanwhile, the BMW trying to make something of it. But they head through lap 65. Nothing made of this battle just yet. Well, they're still trying to just rinse every 1/10 of a second out of each other, and again, struggling for grip is Devons. But that's not going to hurt him, as he's going to go past Yusuf. Yusuf goes past... Yusuf gets passed by Devons. Devons has got up into the lead, but on the inside of the Hertz corner goes Devons. No, goes Yusuf, but Yusuf falls behind Devons, and that means Yusuf has lost the lead, finally. After all those laps, on lap 66, Devons takes the lead from Yusuf. They head into Botch 8 and Botch 9. The Hammerhead. It looks a bit like Hammerhead, I think. And then into the Botch 10 corner with the leader. We had a great battle towards the end of the race between Torno Mäkinen and Liam Martin Bradley and Dylan Gill back in SRC and F122 way back when. That was incredible to watch in very different conditions and on a very different game. But we're here on F124 and we're having a similar amount of battling here. Well, we had as the Maguire Reed kids struggling after the disconnection. That's such a shame. Apparently he's rear-ended God Chaos and then retired from the session. That's such a shame. Well, he's not retired, but he's disconnected. That's a shame for him. Meanwhile, Devons, 3 poles. Can he make it a win? Obviously he didn't start on pole due to a grid penalty. As off wide for Devons, over the grass, bit of lawn mowing. That's going to give the lead up to Yusuf. Or is it? Because they touch heading through Botch 10. Very robust stuff between these two. Again they touch, heading into the stadium section. Yusuf gets the lead back. And Devons behind Yusuf. Where is the thing? Hang on. But we head through them. Just under 4 laps to go now. Purple sector 1 for Devons. Really pushing the limits of what's possible. Here's wide for Yusuf. That could blow his chances of a win. He keeps it on the road just about though. That is a shame. Is he going to be able to get that back? It's tough to tell. But it's obviously something that he's going to want to be doing. As we head into the final few minutes of this race. On to lap 69 of 72. So just 4 laps to go. This is the fastest lap again for Devon, setting the pace alight. And although DRS has been enabled, the dry tyres haven't really worked at all, even before that disconnection and that struggle. It looks like the dry tyres were never the right tyres to go for in the first place. So it looks like the strategy was right. Staying on those intermediates was the correct call. And they head through them. 2.8 seconds. GC could even catch up to Yusuf by the end if Yusuf's pace drops in the way that it still drops in the way that it's dropping now. So that's going to be something to think about near the end as well. It says safety car, ignore it. So we head through with Devons. And let me just have a look at the fastest lap times then for this race at 1:17.4 for Devons. That is lightning fast. But the slowest lap time of the people in the race so far is 1:33.8. That was from very early on in the race. Lap 70 of 72, just ending 3 laps to go. GC behind Yusuf. Devons currently coming out of the botch 10 corner. Gold Chaos currently ahead of Rekid. As off wide for GC, that could cost him valuable time to the car ahead of him. Heading through. Yusuf 4 seconds away from the leader now. It looks almost certain that it will be Devons who will take the win with 2 laps to go. They head. So lap 71 of 72 is to commence. And it looks like Devons is going to lead. After starting 15th, he's climbed the mountain that he climbed in Spa, but then got dethroned of last minute. Doesn't look like, I don't want to speak too soon, but it doesn't look like he is gonna lose this win in the last few laps of this race, and it is a deserved win for the Devoner himself, the man who was tied on points, I'm pretty sure, with Short Soda on the GT4 Retro Le Mans Series Championship in Season 0. Yes, I did say Season 0, because we did do a Season 0. We head on to the final lap then, with our race leader. He's 4 seconds up ahead of his nearest rival. And it's been a great race for the man. Heading through them. Currently out of Sector 1. He heads now out and around Shklavat corner. Here we go, the end. The crowd getting ready to applaud Devons. A win that should have come back in Imola. But he now exits Botch 10 into the stadium section for one last time to take the win here in the Retro Racing Series in the Formula 1 class. He heads into the final 2 botches, round the banking, and Devons finally takes his maiden win in Retro Racing. What a result for Devons. That is so deserved for him. Bayous takes second place. GC crawls to third. God Chaos reigns havoc but ends up in 4th, and then Rekid ends in 5th. What a race it's been here in the Dutch Grand Prix. It's been a pleasure to commentate on, and to end it off, I would get the national anthems up, but I don't have them, so I'm going to play a quick substitute for that. So for Devons, for finally winning his first race, it was a long time coming for this guy, very much a long time coming. But he's come back from it all, never gave up, and kept his head in the game long enough to take his first win in this racing series. And as the song will tell you, the winner, no matter how long it will take, the winner will take it all. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I shall play you out with ABBA, Winner Takes It All.
About things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory. That's our destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there, but I was a fool, laying by the rules. The gods may roll the dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain. Why should I complain? But tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide. The likes of me abide. Spectators of the show always stay in love. The game is on again. Another or a friend, a big thing or a small. That winner takes it all. I don't wanna talk if it makes you feel safe, and I understand you've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winning takes it all.